medium-sized firms employing more workers.
Now, the government has lost $500 million complained about of all time. You don't know the top two, do you?
Do you know, I don't. I should look up and see, are they also from Ireland?
Well, they are in trouble, aren't they?
They are frequently in trouble with the advertising budget, and it is sometimes speculated that Ryanair denies this.
Hi, Millie. I've brought you a cardie. How are you feeling today? I'm alright, thanks, Pet. For helpful advice on the latest vacancies, visit Cash.
Following an accident. I'm Emma Vassy. Your next update is in 10 minutes here on LBC News.
This is LBC News.
LBC News time. It is approaching 16 minutes to 5 o'clock. Our top story. 10 million people have now received the first dose of coronavirus vaccine in the UK. The Health Secretary confirmed the news on Twitter. Matt Hancock called it a hugely suggestion that the AstraZeneca coronavirus...
Travel. The A274 in Ickham Drill Lane. Again, more flooding there. That's because we're Wickham Road through to Wickham Lane. Up and up, the rest of the roads in Kent.
Or get more people, or worst of all, prove not to respond to the vaccine. So it's good news.
A further 1,320, and there have been a further 19,202 positive cases reported in the last 24-hour period. Boris Johnson has told MPs today it's not practical to completely close off borders to protect against COVID-19. The PM is facing calls to extend supervised quarantine measures for all travellers arriving in England. He insists the UK has some of the toughest travel rules in the world, but Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer said the measures are flawed.
The Prime Minister's new border arrangements are still weeks away from being implemented and will only affect direct flights from some countries. We know from the first wave of the pandemic that only
North is also pretty shaky. We've seen other countries who have gone for lockdowns in various different ways. The United States in particular, not a social lockdown, but they haven't allowed anybody in from Europe or from the UK and from many other countries.
This absolutely shocking error of judgment.
Mr. Speaker, I think it's time defending our nation as an army officer. And last year, bringing the country together through his
inclusive transit custom with mechanical limited slip differential technology.
LBC News. Latest travel next.
It's easy to fall in love with the Costa hot chocolate range. The ruby hot chocolate is like a pink velvety slide into chocoholic heaven. The white hot chocolate is like diving into a big, tall, marshmallowy one. Download the Costa app, choose from our delicious range and pre-order today. Pre-order on our app is available at participating stores. See costa.co.uk for details.
LBC News. Travel.
If we do need to make a journey this afternoon, couple of problems on the North Circular. Now, the eastern stretch is partly blocked on the northbound side by an accident at Great Central Way. That's at the Iron Bridge. At the moment, it's queuing all the way back to Hanger Lane. The Arnos Grove stretch has queues on the westbound side between Bowes Road and...
are liable to go into hospital because they're older if they catch COVID, and although the majority still will come out of hospital and survive, a significant number of those will die. And if you take it down to 70, if you imagine that the vaccine was completely effective, which, as the Prime Minister says, you wouldn't expect for any vaccine, but completely effective, that is 83. Once we vaccinated down to 70 and above, plus those who care for them, frontline NHS and frontline care workers, the number of people going into hospital, because a very large number of people go into hospital who will come out of hospital, they will recover, but they have to be in the NHS and have care, for example, oxygen and dexamethasone steroid drugs. So if we then vaccinate all the way down to what's called the JCVI, the Joint Committee on Vaccination and Immunisation, first wave, this is down to people over 50 and those who have actually got pre-existing health conditions. You then get through virtually all who have a high chance of dying, so this is around 98% numbers in hospital. As you go on to the next wave, down to those